Hi everyone, I'm back. Sarah Dose here. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Actually, I'm going to be doing some makeup instead of hair. Yay, makeup! Alright, so my normal would definitely be just doing a very light color up on the lids and then really dark eyeliner. I love it. So I'm going to use some L'Oreal Hip today. Got the black and then the light peach skin tone kind of color. So, and then I also have some white shimmer by Bedhead. It's a really nice color, good stuff to use. And then also I'm going to be doing some lips today. So we're going to be doing some bright red shiny lips. So this is Maybelline Very Cherry, one of my favorites. Also, I'm going to do a clear gloss that makes it really, really shiny. Everyone's always like, oh my god, how are your lips so shiny? And I'm like, oh my god, it's lip gloss over lipstick. So there's my secret. It's out. Also, mascara. I just pretty much use whatever I've got. So any brand works as long as you got some pretty full eyelashes. Other than that, you might want to invest in some. So let's get started. Okay, well, first what I'm going to do, get my brush all ready, and I'm going to do kind of peachy skin tone color. Okay, and it's kind of somewhat of a natural look until you get the eyeliner going, which that's alright because eyeliner is awesome. Let's be real here. Alright, now I'm going to get some of the shimmer for the upper brow. Just kind of blend it down. So here we go. Let's see how that looks. Alright, so basically it's just a very natural look. Some shimmer, and then it goes down to like the kind of nude matte color. Alright, here is one of my little tricks that I like to use. I don't like using eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. Liquid eyeliner is just a sloppy mess for me. So what I like to do is just take regular black eyeshadow and Visine. Take a couple drops of that and put it just like right into your makeup. And then I just use a fine brush with like an itch. So you mix that, get a nice kind of liquid going here. Not too much, like you only really need one drop. So, and then you gotta mix it up, make sure it's the right consistency, which would be kind of liquid but kind of thicker too. So you can't really see it. But here we go. So then I'm gonna get right up here in your face. And then just go along the edge. I always have to get really close to the mirror for this. So you just get right up in there. Get a nice line. Alright. And then for like the little wing out, I don't really know the technical term. I'm gonna call it the wing out. But I always like kind of lift my eyelid just a little bit and then go up. Alright, and then you can always make it a little bit more dramatic, you know, with a little bit more length. So that's what I normally do. You can always make it a little bit thicker on the lid, depending night or day. Day, obviously, we're going to put that on a little bit thicker. Let's be real here. Okay, now let me get the other eye a little bit even, and we'll kind of work them both out a little bit. Lift it up the same like the other side. There we go. Alright, now let's get them even. So it's kind of jacked just a little bit. And then, well, this one's up just a little bit higher, so we can always fix that. Because I definitely would rather, I like this side better. So, if I could find a Q-tip anywhere on my vanity, which is a disaster, I'll be able to fix that, but it doesn't look like I'm going to find one, so I'm just going to use some spit. Alright, okay, so I need a little bit more Visine here. Mix it all up again. Alright, let's give this guy another second try. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to get them even, but we do it in this mirror. Okay, so then it's a little bit easier to make the wing out and go out. There. Alright, well, I'm going to get another brush to finish the lower lid. Where are you, brush? I can't find it. So, I'm just going to stick with this lovely guy. Not very prepared. Okay. So, you don't want to go all the way over because you want to go probably to a little bit about in the middle of the eyeball. The closer you get to the inner lid, it closes the eye, so it ends up making your eye look smaller than bigger, and we all want those pretty doe eyes, like deer caught in headlights sort of look. Well, not that terrifying, I guess, but yeah. So don't be sludging on the eyeliner way over here. Okay, so what we got here is just some kind of classic pinup makeup. So this is kind of normally how I just do my makeup every day. Sometimes I like to get a little bit more crazier and use blue eyeshadow, all different colors. I love using pretty much every color in eyeshadow. So next I'm going to do mascara, one of my favorites. So alright, and then the lower lid. I always like to get it right under the lid and then curl it out so you don't get it like on your right below your eye and stuff. I always kind of do that, but okay, a little bit more. Okay, eyes are done. Now we're gonna do lips. All right, I don't ever use lip liner. I just kind of I think it's a waste of money. You know, you can always use Q-tips to get the access, or just use your fingers. So, alright. Get it on, and then kind of smudge your lips together. My camera's not showing how bright this is. It actually makes it look a lot duller, but it is a bright red. So, okay. Alright. Let's make these lips shiny. Alright, a lot of clear gloss is what you need. One of my favorites to use is actually the Sally Hansen Lip Plumper. Not only does it basically burn your lips off, but it also makes them super like full and pouty, kind of, just from the plumper, and it's a great shine. Like, looks amazing. So right now I'm just using some cheap clear gloss, so anything works. Alright. Alright, so super shiny. I like to add more than less, obviously. Okay, there we go. Shiny. Alright, also another thing, just because like I do have such dark eyebrows, and I tend to paint them in a little bit more, just so they look more just solid, I guess you could say. So let's paint them in. Okay, see, you can definitely tell the difference. This one is a lot more bolder than this one, so I like that look. Alright, there we go. Also, I like to throw on a little bit of blush. This is also just kind of like, not really sure what color this is. Oh, Heather Silk. That gives me a lot. Alright, and just use like a little brush. You don't need to like glom it on, you know, but just kind of like do your cheekbones and then spread it around. Also, after that, I'll take a little bit of just my regular powder and go around it so it blends in better. Alright, so I believe my makeup is complete. Looks like it. Alright, so this concludes my makeup video. I'll probably come back at you with a couple more dramatic makeups, a lot more like smokier eyes and stuff like that. So look forward to that, and thank you so much for watching again. I will see you guys later, okay?